only sort of contact has been one video link that she was allowed to her lawyers. And she was detained in an unknown location with them, and she made the point that she was speaking to them with her guards right next to her. The lawyers had to talk to her from a police station, so it was hardly a standard confidential conversation between lawyers and their client. And they said she looked well, but that's the only time that they've had a chance to sort of liaise with her. Now, the charges against her have been piling up. It started off with the apparently rather obscure charge of the illegal possession of walkie-talkies, which her staff were using. Most recently, she's been charged with Official Secrets Act violations that could lead to her being jailed for several years. What's going on here is a concerted attempt by the military to rule her out of any future political role in the country, if and when they do grudgingly hold some form of elections again. The playbook is clearly going to be to bring further charges. We're expecting at some stage she's going to be charged with financial allegations, and to draw this process out. And then she will be found guilty by a military-dominated court, and then she and probably her party as a consequence will be ruled out of taking part in whatever future ballots the government holds. So we'll see if she appears today, but it's a hearing, not a trial at this stage, but this is all part of the junta process. And this morning in the state media, the junta chief is quoted as saying that they deny it was a coup, but they say they stepped in to strengthen the country's multi-party democracy. That will just create very sort of hollow laughs and rolled eyes from the people who are opposing this seizure of power.
And nowhere more so, perhaps, Philip, among members of that parallel government that has been set up in Myanmar. It's said to be compiling evidence against the military and what it's currently doing. What more can you tell us about that?
That's right. I've been talking to Dr. Sasa. He is the international envoy for this shadow parliament. Many NLD, National League for Democracy MPs and leaders have been arrested and rounded up. Those who've gone into hiding are in contact, and they're establishing this sort of shadow body. They're negotiating with ethnic leaders to try and form a national unity of government, a shadow administration. But Dr. Sasa was telling me that he put out an appeal for people to submit evidence of atrocities by the military. He tells me he has received 275,000 emails, messages, signal messages, listing and detailing, chronicling sort of war crimes and killings. And they are working now to submit this to a UN body, which was set up after the Rohingya crisis to investigate atrocities committed by the Myanmar military. So, they're working with a mapping company so that they can feed this all into a sort of chronicle this all, detail it by date, by location, by place, by numbers, by military and security force involved. And that's their next stage. That's their next move.